Thailand is a mesmerizing country, rich with a vibrant culture, stunning beaches, and a unique set of unspoken rules and traditions. For travellers exploring Thailand for the first time, there are several cultural differences to be aware of so as to ensure an amazing trip. Just know that Thais won't always let you know if you're doing something wrong or unacceptable. And after visiting and staying in Thailand across many years, here are the insights I wish I had known before arriving. You need cash in Thailand. Always carry cash. Unlike my home country, where digital payments are the norm, in Thailand, cash is king. It's safe to carry cash around due to the country's low crime rate, but not having enough Thai baht can lead to a hassle or an awkward situation, as many local vendors and even some restaurants do not accept credit cards. It's very common for locals to carry around cash for their daily expenses. While digital payments are becoming more common in urban areas, cash is essential for a seamless, untroubled experience, and particularly in rural areas. You will notice that Thais use their smartphones and QR codes to pay for things via direct bank transfer. Unfortunately, you do need a Thai bank account at the moment to do this, so remember to stock up on cash as early as possible. The language barrier. While English is spoken in tourist areas and major cities to a certain degree, it's safe to assume that the vast majority of Thai people cannot speak English, and this might present some problems for you in communicating with people. Bringing along an app like Google Translate can make it so much easier, and I cover the Google Translation app in another video. Learning a few basic Thai phrases can enhance the experience significantly. Phrases like Sawati krap, which is hello, Khop kun, which is thank you, and Taurai, which is how much. These things can be incredibly useful. Now, I'm not fluent in Thai, so I do apologize if my pronunciation isn't perfect, but Thais understand this and they do appreciate when foreigners try to speak their language. Best times to visit. Thailand's weather varies from region to region, but generally the best time to visit is during the cool and dry season. This is between November and early April. However, try to avoid travelling during the Thai New Year, Songkran. This is in mid-April, and that's if you're not fond of large crowds and getting soaked. It's celebrated almost like a countrywide water fight. In fact, it is a countrywide water fight. Likewise, the peak tourist season around December can see crowded attractions and higher prices. Understanding these patterns can help you plan a more enjoyable trip. Keeping a calm demeanour. In Thailand, maintaining a calm and respectful demeanour is highly valued. The concept of saving face is important, meaning it's crucial to avoid public displays of anger or frustration. Thais handle conflict with a smile and prefer not to raise their voices. This approach fosters a peaceful interaction and it's appreciated by the locals, who are likely to respond more positively to requests and questions when approached with a calm attitude. Now, when you're at a street stall or in a store, it's also important to be aware to queue politely and wait your turn, not pushing to the front of the queue that tends to happen in a lot of Western countries. Taking off your shoes. One of the most important practices in Thailand is removing your shoes before entering someone's home, certain businesses, and places of worship. This custom is rooted in cleanliness and respect. You'll often find shoe racks or designated areas at the entrance. Following this practice not only shows respect for Thai culture, but also helps to keep the indoor spaces clean. Observing and adhering to this rule is a simple yet significant way to show cultural sensitivity. Dress modestly. Despite the hot climate and perhaps certain pictures you may have seen on the internet or videos you've watched on YouTube, Thailand is overall a conservative culture, and dressing modestly is important in Thailand, especially when visiting temples and other sacred sites. Shoulders and knees should be covered as a sign of respect. The country has some specific laws around dress codes in public places, and being too revealing can be frowned upon. When packing for Thailand, consider lightweight, breathable fabrics that cover the shoulders and knees so that you can stay comfortable whilst respecting the local customs. Carrying your passport. Travellers in Thailand are legally required to carry their passport or a copy of their passport at all times. This is important for identification purposes, and you may be asked to show your passport by authorities, especially in tourist areas. Carrying your passport also ensures you're prepared for any situation where you may need to verify your identity, such as checking into accommodation or making transactions that require identification. Respecting Thai body language. In Thai culture, the head is considered the most sacred part of the body, and touching someone's head, even as a friendly gesture, is highly disrespectful. This belief stems from the Buddhist principles that are deeply ingrained in Thai society, where the head is thought to contain the soul. The feet are considered the lowest and dirtiest part of the body. Therefore, pointing your feet at people, religious objects, or images of the king or Buddha is seen as highly offensive. When sitting, try to avoid pointing your feet directly at anyone or anything of importance, and instead tuck them away respectfully. Pointing your finger at people is also considered rude. Use your whole hand if you need to gesture towards someone. Flushing toilet paper in Thailand. A common practice that surprises many travellers to Thailand involves the disposal of toilet paper. Unlike in many Western countries where flushing toilet paper is the norm, in Thailand this can lead to plumbing issues due to the country's sewerage system, which may not be designed to handle paper waste. It could also lead to a very embarrassing situation if you block someone's toilet. In most Thai bathrooms, especially outside of high-end hotels or newer buildings, you'll find a small bin next to the toilet. It's intended to be used for toilet paper and other sanitary products. You'll also find the famous bum gun. Noticing signs or symbols indicating not to flush paper is common, and adhering to this practice is crucial to avoid blockages and to maintain cleanliness. Thailand's a country that welcomes millions of tourists every single year with its warm hospitality. That's why it's known as the Land of Smiles. Mistakes may happen, but a polite apology and a smile can go a long way. Remember, the essence of a memorable trip lies in embracing the local culture, respecting traditions, and being open to new experiences. And if you found these tips helpful, I know you're going to find my next video helpful too.